in a predictable aftermath of the Hagler-Leonard fight. The middleweight title was shortly fragmented, almost beyond recognition. For nearly 7 years, Hagler had reigned as the undisputed champion, but in a few short weeks that October, 3 new champions were created. On the 10th of October at Caesar's Palace, American Frank Tate outpointed Canadian Michael Olajide for the IBF title. On the 23rd of October in Livorno, Sumbu Kalambe, an Italian-based middleweight from Zaire, won a decision over the New Yorker Iran Barkley to claim the WBA version. And less than a week later, at the Las Vegas Hilton, Thomas Hearns picked up the third of newly won titles when he knocked out Juan Domingo Roldan to win the WBC 160 championship vacated by Leonard. It was Hearns' 4th world title, but his reign would be short-lived. In his first defense, he was matched against Iran the Blade Barkley following June. By the end of 2 rounds, the Blade was bleeding badly, and Hearns looked to be on his way to an easy night. In the third, he walked into a right hand. It may have been the best punch that Barkley ever threw. Once again, Hearns' chin proved his undoing. Only by force of will did he rise from the knockdown, but he was floundering around the ring, and when Barkley decked him again, Richard Steele wisely stopped the fight at 2 minutes 39 of the 3rd round. The fight would be voted the Ring Magazine Upset of the Year. The reigns of the new crop of 160-pound champions were uniformly brief. Kalambe lost the WBA title the night he fought Mike McCallum in his first defense, and Tate lost his IBF belt to Michael Nunn in his second. Barkley, having scored one monumental upset over Hearns himself, became the victim of one in his first defense. On the 24th of February 1989, it would be acclaimed as the Ring's Fight of the Year. Barkley was floored in the 11th round and lost his title on a split decision to a 37-year-old Roberto Duran. Another title became available with the establishment of the World Boxing Organization, a spin-off sanctioning body established by a breakaway WBA faction headed up by a Puerto Rican attorney named Francisco Vacarel. In the new sanctioning body's first ever middleweight title fight, Doug DeWitt won a split decision over Robbie Sims to become the WBO champion. DeWitt would lose the title a year later to Nigel Benn. Hagler came back to the States from Italy and went to Atlantic City to watch his brothers fight with DeWitt. I need to address the author George Kimball. Kalambe did not lose his belt in the first defense to Mike McCallum. He did not. He beat McCallum in his first defense. Close decision, but he beat him. I saw it on ITV. Then he went on to defend twice more against Robbie Sims, and he knocked out Doug DeWitt, in which Barry McGuigan done a little commentary on the highlights, which I saw. He did lose to Mike McCallum in the 90s, a split decision for the WBA belt that McCallum had won when he faced Harold Graham in 1989, the vacant WBA belt. Sumbu Kalambe in 1989 went to unify the WBA belt with the IBF champion Michael Nunn. In doing so, the WBA stripped him, and that belt became vacant. And that's the belt that McCallum won from Harold Graham in London. So, just had to tidy it up.